Hi everybody, welcome to the Baguette Investor channel for a new video. Today this is a sequel to a video that I made on September 15, which was talking about uranium stocks, and I hope you took a look at this because the thing is going pretty well at the moment. It's still very early. It's still really the right moment to enter or to take a look if you're only observing what's happening. But I was speaking about it in a special video, and I want to keep speaking about it as the trend goes and as there are things to say about this sectorial trend. I think it's very interesting for me to simply talk about it. So we're gonna see first a few of the index that I'm looking at for uranium, but based just on technical analysis. I know many people use fundamentals to explain this bullish cycle. I'm really into technical analysis. I really like this. I don't do any fundamentals. So if you want to see fundamentals, there are many guys on Twitter that do it very much better than me. We're going to focus on technical analysis. So first, the Global X Uranium ETF, which is not a physical uranium ETF. It does not replicate the price of spot uranium. It replicates the index of most companies involved in the uranium space. So there are miners, there are nuclear plants, already the companies. It represents the mining, producing, and the use of uranium. We see that this index has been in a downtrend since it's been initiated from 2011 to March, April 2020, and now we're seeing a new uptrend being created. As a trend follower, I want to play the potential uptrend that is going to be created. So I use support and resistance to see and write trends. What you can clearly see is that we had a small base right there, and we broke out of this small base in November, December, and there was a much bigger base, a bigger support resistance. We confirmed this support resistance. That was an amazing entry. If you entered there, very good for you. And now we made a similar pattern where we had another resistance that is now become support, and that the support is being confirmed. And if we keep going up like this support is going to be confirmed and the uptrend is going to keep going. I had my alerts right there. You can see this is an alert if the price crosses a certain level to tell me if the price crosses this, I'm going to stop watching at uranium, and I was going to wait for it to come to there. So I can remove this alert, and now I think the trend is going to keep going. You can see on the daily that we had this bottom structure that looks very good, and now we have immense volume. What we want to see new highs. We want to see it break to new highs and keep going with this trend. As we saw in the previous video, we were looking at this. We were looking at the price of uranium, and if I remember well, I said in the beginning that the price was a little overextended, that it was due for a correction. You can see that the correction happened. You see these red candles, and now the price seems like it's bouncing. But the uranium sector did not correct like the spot price. So very interesting for uranium stocks. This is the uranium spot price ETF. Listed in Canada. You can see that the price of uranium is coming back to the previous level where it started back in May 21, and that it's really have moved for the upside. Now we're at 13, and it can really go up to 36 before making new all-time highs. This is very interesting. I'm in this video, I really want to talk about uranium stocks that are interesting. You see, most uranium stocks look very much similar to the uranium spot price. They have this little base right there, and usually you have two kinds. You have the ones that are still in their base and are at this point right there, and you have the ones that have broken out of their base. So I'm gonna try to make it drawing for you. So you have the ones that broke out of their base and are now, like this right there. There are really two cases. So if you want to invest, you really have to find the best place for risk to reward. So first stock you might want to look at, the first kind of stock you might look at is the stocks that have already broken out. This is Centrus Energy Corp. If I remember well, it engages in the supply of nuclear fuel and service for the nuclear power industry. So it's basically uranium. you can see that we had a nice breakout on August 21 that is now leading to a very good uptrend. The stock is already up 57%, which is very nice. You can see that the stock broke out of this base back in July 2020, February 21, November, July, and now it made an uptrend, consolidation, and what I want to look at is consolidation above this huge base. This is the kind of thing you want to look at, is consolidation after a huge base. And you can see that this stock has really the kind of potential that could get it at a very, very, very high price. Of course, we never know how high the stock can go and the trend can go, but it's all about risk to reward and potential money in the making. So I have a few stocks that are not overextended like this, but are on this area right there that is either right before you are supposed to take a position or a little bit at the moment to take a position. The first one is one of the most interesting company is Kazatomprom. So you can see that we had this magnificent base right there that we broke out of the base, made the support right there, and now we're breaking to new all-time highs. So very, very bullish for Kazatomprom. A little bit of fundamentals just to tell you about the company. It's the company, one of the biggest uranium suppliers in the world. I'm French, I live in France, and it's one of the company that supplies most of the uranium of the French nuclear system, just to give you an idea. So I had a limit order right there. I saw the breakout yesterday, and yesterday night I had set a limit order there because I wanted this to retest, but the trend is so strong that it just didn't happen, and it's now breaking to all-time highs. This is very incredibly bullish. With, you can see this volume. I'm a little sad that it was not taken out, but there are going to be entries. It's also giving a very nice dividend of 3.67%. It's not a big deal compared to other dividend companies, but it's very incredible considering the bullishness of the trend. So very interesting. Kazatomprom, now I made another trade. So I now see the trend like this, and I put my limit order back on the retest over there, and I'm hoping there is going to be a retest that the price is going to throw back at least with a wick, and I'm going to be taken into the trade. I'm not buying it. This is the stock listed on the London Stock Exchange, and the stock is also listed on the German Stock Exchange. Where is it? No, it's not here. It's here. Might be over here, or we're gonna type the code. I believe it's 07F, if I'm right. No, Kazatomprom. Yeah, 0ZQ right there. Okay, nice. So I believe it's this one. No, it's not this one. Kazatomprom. This one. There you go. So my limit is here at 36.2 euros. There you go. Anyway, Kazatomprom is a very good stock that I'm looking at. Next is Magnetic Resources in the Australian Stock Exchange. This speaks for itself. It's a very bullish trend. It's uranium. I don't have anything to add. Consolidated Uranium, very, very bullish stock. Very bullish configuration. You can see that we have what we're calling the base and the consolidation right there above the base. Very, very cool. I like this kind of setup. I will add it to my portfolio in the case of a breakout. Incredible volume too. Another DML, same thing, very bullish. Zoom in on the daily. You can see the trend is very strong and the breakout is asking for itself. Energy Fuels, Canadian company, I believe. Liquid Colorado, no, it's actually an American company. It's also listed in Canada. That's why I was wondering if it's Canadian or not. And same thing, very, very nice looking configuration. And the last one, no, there are two, Encore Energy Corporation and VMY that is breaking to new all-time high. It's an Australian company. So there you have it. I'm going to link the list in the description of very interesting stocks. I have also many other stocks that look less interesting that are still into their base. This one is not the greatest example because this one is actually very good looking. I'm going to add it in my best stocks, but this one is still in its base. You can see there what I'm calling the base is really the bottom formation. So it's still in there. It has not yet broken. So you better want to buy the market leaders rather than buying the things that are still in their consolidation base. Anyway, I hope this uranium adventure is interesting to you. I hope you are betting on uranium for the next trend following you're doing. That's it. Just wanted to present to you. And oh yeah, I can take a little about my position. I took one position that is now trying to go up, and I bought the kind of support right there, and now I'm hoping that the trade keeps going. I'm gonna buy Kazatomprom, and I'm going to try to buy the other breakouts. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.